Hello, everyone. Welcome to Artistically Married, where art and opportunity collide. We're your hosts, Jake Ackerman.
And Brienne Steinberg.
Oh, Artistically Married. I thought you guys were autistically married.
I mean,
that's what I thought.
It's a short jump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Today we are so excited. We're sitting down with singer-songwriter, local legend, Spencer Burton. He has always been, since we were kids, has been such an inspiration for us. So yeah, we are just so excited to have you on the podcast today.
Since you were kids, that makes me sound old.
Well, you were a kid too.
I guess. So
when we were kids.
We were all kids. We're all the same age.
Well, at that age, I think we're all just inspiring each other.
Yeah, I guess. I was the one doing backflips in the audience.
Cool.
One of the show-offs. Like I said, I say kids. Let's say we were 20, I think. When we went to, I think like one of my favorite, fondest memories when I was a kid was going to Scene Fest and seeing Attack in Black.
Oh, yeah.
That changed my life. I think Jacob was really into the punk scene. So
Yeah.
when we got together, he was kind of taking me to some of these events. So yeah, just the energy. And I think being that young, right?
That was a really great festival.
Right?
That was really cool. I mean,
yeah.
That's gone now for sure.
Yeah,
That's gone.
I think it was
gone.
only a couple years, but it was great.
Yeah, well, they do that big Born and Raised one now, which is nice.
Oh,
yeah.
also
Catherine's.
amazing.
Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, Scene-Fest was great because it was kind of all over, right? It was in every little bar had a thing going on.
Yeah, I think it was
It was
over
awesome.
like 4 different bars. Was it also in Montebello Park?
Maybe.
Or it was just in bars?
There was a bunch of stages.
What was that
bunch
bar?
outdoor.
You know, I should know this because I know the Hideaway. We remember that bar, right?
Oh, yeah.
What was that bar right on St. Paul Street in St. Catharines?
Chili
and
Pepper?
it was downstairs.
Red Square?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what. Yeah,
Red Square.
I was like, that name was like, it's been bugging me for the past couple of days. I couldn't remember it because
nice.
we were talking about that. Some friends and I the other day.
Yeah, playing
Red
at
Square.
the place?
Just talking about that place.
Okay.
Like, it was,
Yeah.
like we were like, what was that place
wild.
called?
Yeah, we brought it up to Eric too. He said it was like before his time.
Oh, yeah,
And I
Red
was
Square.
like,
How old are
the
you?
place was great.
I ask that?
40. I'm turning 40.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. So we're all about the same.
Yeah,
I'm assuming
41.
You're similar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. So yeah, you were the same age, but yeah, you were just so much energy. It was just such a it was such an amazing show. But just kind of following Attack in Black and then Ceremonial Snips. Was that? I forget which one.
That was before.
I was
before.
in that band for
Yeah.
just a stint.
Okay.
Like another member of Attack in Black and myself were asked to be in that band to kind of fill some roles,
Oh,
and then we
okay.
just stuck around for a while,
Okay.
and then we ended up moving on.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
amazing kind of following you from then till now.
Yeah.
Kind of what drew you to that music as a kid, and then kind of what evolved you into the music that you play today.
Whew, that's a big question. It's hard to say.
It's a lot of years.
You never know what brings you to like something. But for me, like I grew up in British Columbia, and there was a really prominent punk and hardcore music scene there, and that's kind of how I got into it. So it was. You're just stepping out for a second. I thought maybe something
He's
wasn't
gone.
working.
No, you're
I
good.
gotta unplug my fridge. It's so loud.
Oh, so
a-
you're like, what does that sound?
He's an audio fanatic.
That's all right.
Okay.
Unplug the fridge.
Yeah.
Hot drinks. Yeah, it was. I grew up like in British Columbia, and like I said, very prominent hardcore and punk scene. And
Okay.
there was a concert. It was awesome. There was a concert every weekend at some hall somewhere. Every amazing band came through that you could possibly imagine, and we all dinked around on guitars and kind of had our little garage bands as well. But we were very young, and
Yeah.
we didn't really do anything.
How old were you when you moved here?
I think I was 17 when I moved to Ontario.
Come on.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, when I was living in BC lots of different places, but BC for the majority of my teenage years. And
Wow.
yeah, just a great, punk scene, skate scene, hardcore scene. And
Yeah.
we kind of, I just fell into it there and continued it on to it when I moved here and
Yeah.
met like-minded people. And
Yeah, because
started-
that
yeah.
time period, that scene was just off the hook. It was wild. It was just like Renegade.
it was like nothing like it is now. It was
Yeah.
much different. Everyone constantly, you could throw these tiny concerts in your hometown, but 500 people would show up.
Yeah.
And all the
Yeah.
bands would be good and authentic, and they would,
Yeah.
they have something to say. It was
Yeah,
pretty
again,
cool.
we were talking about that to Eric, and he was kind of like, yeah, I came at he's like, I moved to Niagara for that scene, and then it was just like the tail end of it. Everybody left. Everybody moved to Toronto and
Yeah.
Hamilton,
Yeah,
like
whatever
right after
happened.
that time
Yeah, also
period.
everyone started getting older.
And exactly,
right?
yeah, you get older, like that type of energy is just like wild. Like you start to mature, and you're like, oh, I might break my back if I do that. Like,
Right.
I'm gonna hurt
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I know guys older than me that are still doing it, but
Yeah,
it's
wild.
it's few and far between for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. So you have 7 LPs, is that right? And
me?
Yeah.
Is that what it says on the paper here?
Yeah,
I have
that's
7
you, man.
LPs. What?
You don't count them?
And 7 LPs. Well, I guess,
You have
I
7
guess it's like
albums.
Spencer, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I love this.
And then I did some under another name called Grey Kingdom, which was like like a little moniker that I had for a bit. So that's 6. And I got one coming. That's 7.
Okay.
And then do I have another one? Oh no, because I have a little mini album too. Yeah, I got lots of stuff, I guess.
Amazing.
I forgot about most of those, and to be honest, I don't remember any of the songs at all.
Really?
No, I don't have no
I
clue.
actually
what they
wanted
were.
to ask that.
Yeah.
I think that question's coming up, but like, what you have such a big repertoire. I always wonder. You wrote that music at a time, and melodies can stay in your head, but when you have so many songs with so many lyrics, does that just stay in there, or do you have to?
It's odd because I'm very forgetful, but that is one thing that does kind of stick around, at least for a while. You know, I could probably.
Well, the time you put into working on a song, you're so into it at that point. I think that it's like muscle memory at that point, right?
Yeah, because it's like I can't remember an appointment that I've got to make, but I can remember a song from 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It's also, but no, I can't remember all of them, of course. But yeah, some of them stick, and I guess it's partially due to the fact that some of them meant something. You know, some of them are written like to relieve the stress or the emotional stress of something at that time, but some of those things, I'm still holding on to for many years, so it's like those songs still kind of stick with me a little bit, right?
Yeah, it ends up being like cathartic, and then like, well, I guess I'm gonna write part B,
or
and part
maybe you
C.
just got you get lucky and one of the songs is catchy and it just like sticks with you.
Yeah,
this is catchy. This means nothing, but it's kind of catchy.
Yeah, and when a song hits like that, then you do have to like play it more when you're doing live stuff, right? Like that's the song everyone wants to hear. It's amazing. You have such a huge catalog of music. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's wild. That's a lot of
You didn't
albums.
know that.
I never even really thought about it. That's a lot of albums though.
Yeah. Do you have like a moment where you felt like you shifted, or you just, like you said, you felt like you kind of just evolved into like the folk and country storytelling style that you have today?
Well, even in the, like you previously mentioned, like the punk music and stuff, and although I listened to it and played it, even during those years, I was slowly, I don't know if the word's evolving, just changing into, I was just finding new musics and just like listening to new songs, new types of music, right? And like it was probably, I've always loved the kind of softer, more melodic stuff. Like even when it came to the punk music and stuff, I was always trying to find that band that had those beautiful melodies and that like those awesome harmonies and stuff like that. So it's, eventually that just started, all of a sudden I'm listening to the Cranberries and I'm listening to like the Waylon Jennys and I'm listening to like these bands that, like are more melodic, and eventually it just was all folk, and then it was country, and then I realized that country music is just punk music. That's all it is.
Really?
Right? It's just, well, I mean,
Please explain.
So country is, it's tough. I'm thinking more of like traditional country music, like your Willies and your Waylons, right? It's that's punk music. That's just like, it's outlaw renegade music that was like singing songs about how they don't like how things are, right?
Yeah,
like it's just like
oppression and what's going on in societal. And
that's kind of what punk music was.
Totally.
So you find that in country, but then you start realizing there's these beautiful melodies in the country music as well, and something a little softer and something that can like stick with you. And there's a lot of similarities between those two things, but
I never thought of that.
Yeah, nowadays I just find myself listening to more of that kind of stuff, and it also doesn't just stick with the like outlaw renegade stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like I'm also listening to dudes like Don Williams who are he's just writing, or he was writing, love songs. They're all fucking love songs, right? It's just like every song's a beautiful love song, and they're soft and melodic, and I think it maybe it's a mix of just going too hard for too long, and then finding a way to just be a little more relaxed with the things I listen to.
Yeah, we go from wearing plaid pants and plaid shirts.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I never wore plaid pants. Let's just get that straight for the record.
Okay. That's what sold me on Jacob.
The plaid pants,
No, actually, they were two. He had found
little fedora, maybe.
He had found a blue plaid pant and a yellow plaid pant, and took them apart and sewed the other legs together.
Oh wow, that's a very.
I was like, oh my
cool
gosh,
vibe.
I'm dating someone who has sewn the crotch of two sets of plaid pants together.
Well, I'm glad you're not wearing those today, because I might have
Come
just walked
on.
right back out. Just
But
kidding.
they still
I wouldn't.
fit? I don't know. The skinny jeans are super in.
Oh, I had some pants that were painted onto my body for
yeah.
sure.
You're like, how did I get in these?
I don't know what. It's just like these pants are uncomfortable and they're like a size too big. This is
When do we move to sweatpants?
yeah,
Is that our 50s?
No, that's something that my family actually really rags on me about, is the fact that I refuse. Like it's jeans or nothing.
Him too.
Well, I just think, if it ever so happens that the end of the world comes, a zombie apocalypse, whatever, I'm not saving anybody in sweatpants,
Okay.
I don't want to watch that movie. I don't want to watch the
gotcha.
movie of the guy running around in sweatpants saving some people. He needs a good pair of jeans and like a dirty brown shirt, like that's just kind of how it's got to be.
I think jeans are probably more versatile, like more protective.
100%.
Well, that too. They're like little pieces of armor.
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, you could fall on pavement. They got you.
I got some jeans at home that are like they're so stiff that they can kind of stand on their own.
Oh my gosh.
That's just that's armor.
Starch jeans.
Yeah.
So yeah, this kind of led me into the next question, which you kind of touched on, like your diversity and your musical influence. We used to see you all the time at The Beat Goes On. Mm-hmm. You worked in Niagara, right? At the used
I worked
CD
for
store.
many years in my late teens, early 20s at a used CD, and I guess it was just CDs. There was no albums, so it was just a used CD store. It was like a chain, I think.
Yeah.
That was franchised.
It was, yeah.
Franchised out or whatever. Like it was owned by these two dudes, but that was a great little job.
Yeah.
I'd go in there, listen to whatever I wanted to listen to all day. And, sometimes sketchy dudes would come in and try and sell us stolen things, and I'd be like, I'll take those. I'll take that Buffy the Vampire Slayer box set and put that in my backpack and bring it home. And
oh my god, was it DVDs too?
They did the movies too, yeah.
Oh.
It was actually pretty wild. Like I shouldn't get into it, but there was definitely some real questionable people coming in there with some product. It was like I remember, like I was young, and like the rule was like you can't turn people away. It's like you can't. So it's like they had this system where items that you buy would sit in these little cubicles, and they would move every day, and once they were in the cubicles for 30 days, then they could go out onto the floor. And that gives the police time to like come by and check, like, did anyone come in here and sell you like these things? But like it's like I knew they were stolen, because you would just talk to these sketch bags, and they would come in. This one guy named Pizza, I hope he's doing okay.
His name was Pizza?
That's what it was in the system, and that's what he told me it was. But Pizza would come in there, and he would just have these big duffel bags full of movies and CDs and stuff. And I was like, what are you doing? I just like, let me in on it. Cause like, it's like,
where are you getting these from?
You got some kind of information in the system here. I don't know if it's real or not, but it's like, it's like, I can't turn you away anyways. And I'm not the boss of this place. So just tell me. Yeah. And he said he would just go into Walmart, which was around the corner, and he would just go to the sports section, grab a duffel bag, and just go to the movie section, like the electronic section, just fill it with stuff, and just swing it over the thing on his way out, and just run over to us and sell it.
Oh my gosh! What a great gig!
It was a wild ride, but yeah, you get to take yourself a couple things home here and there, because you wouldn't use store money to buy it. You just like use your pocket cash and be like, yeah, I wanted to see that movie. I'll take that home with me.
I'll have that movie.
Yeah.
Do you have a huge CD collection now?
No, I have nothing now like that.
Okay.
I really don't have a lot of media other than vinyl records. That's all I have.
And we really collect vinyls.
I really like trimmed down on my collection over the years, because it just got to be a lot. And when I say trimmed down, I kind of just gave them to friends and stuff, which was silly, because now I'm like, oh man, I wish I still had that, Descendants record, or I wish I still had that Strike Anywhere record. And you just like give them out and give them to people, and because you're like, it's like I got a small house, like I don't want 10,000 records in my home, like it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, they're heavy and big.
Yeah, my floor at my house is already starting to sink, so I don't
want to put any more heavy stuff on it. I feel like, you mentioned the apocalypse, and that's what I always think about. I'm like, one day we're going to be retired, and that's all I'm going to do is listen to my music collection. Yeah. So I throw everything out. I'm like the throw out in the house, because, I'm the mom, and I'm like, you guys don't need all this stuff. But like, records and music, like, this is, maybe 10% of the CDs that we have.
Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of CDs. Already.
Probably 50% bought at The Beat Goes On.
Wow, that's cool.
Seriously.
I was like a regular there.
Yeah, that was... they had a lot of stuff coming through there.
It was great. I don't think do we have anything like that now? I think they have like that Mind Bombs in St. Catharines. They have like a vinyl place.
Yeah, they're a good record store.
CDs?
And I don't know if they have CDs.
No.
Honestly, not a lot of artists are putting CDs out.
I know.
I don't.
We always talk about it.
I don't
now.
put them out.
No.
And I might on this next one because I've found that I think I have a need for them. I do like a lot of like winery gigs and like sit down shows and stuff like that, and it tends to bring in an older audience.
The demographic might still have CDs.
And they're always asking, "Do you have CDs? Do you see?" Because they don't want to buy they don't have a record player. Records? What do you mean? I had
That's
a record
crazy,
player in the
but
70s.
but they would have been the record listeners in the 70s.
But then they grew
Evolved
and they
to
don't.
CDs.
But so now it's like really
Okay.
the more sought after form of media is vinyl, because it's like the only people who are buying stuff and not just streaming it are people who want to have that collectible, right? Like, or like audiophiles who want that nice sound, right?
Yeah. And I dream of a time where I'm like, I can cut the internet off. And then I need the collection.
It is nice.
I dream about that.
Yeah. Like I was sitting in the living room today, just listening to some records, and like, man, I was like, this is just
great.
like nice. You just sit and you just like listen to music, and you don't have to like do anything.
Yeah.
But it's like with I'm not against streaming, other than the lack of revenue to artists. But it's like, it's nice to throw it on, and you just put like, I want to hear this song, and then all of a sudden there's like 50 random songs that come on after it, and you hear some pretty cool artists. You're like, oh, this is great. Who's this guy? Yeah. But I mean, things like Sirius XM do that as well, right? Like you throw on North Americana, and like I found out about I used to have the thing in my truck where you get like Sirius XM for a little while. Yeah, and you get like a free trial. And I liked it so much that it was so great. I kept it around, but then I upgraded my truck. I got convinced that was a good idea by some salesman somewhere. Oh no. And then the truck came, but it didn't have the Sirius XM thing in it. Like, it didn't have like the connector to satellites or whatever anymore. So I don't have that. But I remember like, I subscribed to Sirius and I loved it. And this channel North Americana, which is unbelievable. It's this station that will sometimes play my music. I found out about a guy on there named William Prince, who like, it's like, how did I never hear this guy before? Just like some of the greatest songs I've ever heard in my life, most beautiful voice. You're like, it's a game changer. And then now you're out there buying his records and doing the things that matter because of something like that show you about somebody you didn't know.
Yeah, cool. And I really like I'm gonna spread that they actually like the kickback to artists is better. That's great.
Significantly, yeah. Like they really,
because Spotify's not like that, and I'm paying the same amount for that.
No, the streaming services, I mean, it's a bit different, right? Because with like, I guess there's pros and cons to both. Like with Sirius, they really support the artists. With Spotify, great. You have access to every single thing that ever existed at the tips of your fingers. I know. And it's like, and you can listen. It's not like a radio. It's like a, it's like a catalog. It's a catalog that you can pick from. Yeah. But there's not much revenue for artists coming from streaming services, but it is very convenient. So I understand why people really like it.
Who uploaded all those albums onto Spotify?
Some robot, probably. Right? Yeah. Some AI, some T1000 or whatever sitting in a cubicle.
R2D2 typing forever. Typing forever. I'm just typing with their brain. It's amazing. So I just wanted to talk a little more specifically about your songwriting, kind of how that comes about. How do you kind of sit down? Do you have like a specific schedule? Do you have certain habits to writing?
No. It
strikes you when you go?
Writing is really stressful for me because it's one of those things that the songs only come. I'm working on it. I'm trying to become like a guy who can like just, I'm going to write a song today. But they generally come to me in times of need. So it's like I'll put out a record and then I don't write another song for so long. I'm like, well, I guess I'm just done now. I don't know. It's like,
I'm retired.
It's Home Hardware hiring. Like, I don't know. It's like, I guess I'm done. And then, something happens or the need for it happens. And then I write, 40 songs in a month and a half.
Come on.
And I just hammer them out. And then I'm like, and then I go through them. And I'm like, well, this one's good. This one's terrible. And, you just go through them all and kind of find them. And then sometimes, there's like, that's not always the case, right? Like sometimes you will write one song randomly. And then you're like, oh, I'm going to bank that one and hold on to that. And then maybe that could go along with the other songs that I hopefully will write again one day later, right? Like they do come at different times, but generally it kind of comes in like a big wave.
Amazing.
Yeah. And it's also about finding the time, right? Like there needs to be like a a sense of want and a sense of comfort and all these different like feelings like when it comes to writing songs. Like it's very hard to like, you know, I got 2 kids. It's like it's hard to wrich a song in my house.
Yeah.
Right? It's just like,
when are you even gonna get quiet? Like, you know, white space time.
It's anything. It's like, you know, you could be like on a roll, you're like, this is awesome, and then like my wife's bird starts chirping for no reason for 15 minutes. Like, well, I'm done now. I just want to throw a bird into a blender. You know, it's just like, I would never do that. He's a cool bird, but like, you know, it's just you get like so frustrated. You're like,
distracted.
And it's just like, the distractions are
wild.
It's funny how distractions can really become distracting. You know, it's like they really can affect like creativity in a way.
Yeah.
It's like it's just like, well, this is not happening. And then
and it's crazy because usually typically artists are like that, you know, emotional person type of personality. So I think it's even more frustrating because you're like, well, now I'm done. You know, the vibe's over.
Yeah,
like the moment's gone.
It's super frustrating. And then you're on YouTube watching hunting videos or whatever, right? Just like something, just like, I guess I'm just vegging now, and you're just like clicking on stuff, and it gets really frustrating. But there's, you know, you can find the peace and the time to
I always just find it really interesting, like how artists will write, right? Like kind of what their process looks like.
Yeah, I think it's different for everybody. We have this cabin up in northern Ontario now, and it's like I know that will be a great place for writing one day. It's like, it's hard because every time I go there and I can find the time to go alone, it's like I was like, oh, I gotta build something, you know. It's like this, like it always needs work, right? So like once it gets to a point, like I did write almost an entire record there once, like my Northwind album, but
nice.
But it's like, you know, it's just nice to, that was like a year I was going there a lot, and I was like pretty like chill on the like I guess, how do I say it, like I didn't have enough finances to like actually do any building or like renovating the cabin. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna go, you know, I'm just gonna go there and like hang out, and it's like just like found a lot of peace and quiet and like just time to write songs up there. But you know, it's like I made it up there twice this year, and one trip was me loading in lumber on a 12-foot boat like over and over and over and over again, and then the second trip was like me and my
because it's only like a boat out, right?
It's a boat, it's a boat and only, and then it's like it's pretty tough with like loading in wood because you got to, you know, load it all in, and then you get the first, it's 5 lakes, it's called the Quintet Lakes, and
it's in Sault Ste. Marie,
just past, it's like kind of Batchewana Bay area.
But
it's like you get in there and it's like, so you load this 12-foot boat with as much as you can, which isn't really that much because it's 12 foot. It only holds about 500 pounds with you and a motor. And you know, your stuff. So it's like you get all this stuff, and then we're on the 4th lake of 5, and it's like, it's very like the boonies, like it's like middle of nowhere,
which
like,
makes it amazing.
It's great.
But do you have power there
now, because I have hooked up like a solar generating system with like a generator, gas generator that kicks in if the solar goes off. So it's like,
good for
it's
you.
pretty, it's pretty like, it's nice. It's still
ambitious.
very rustic, but we like pump water up from the lake, and got like hot water on demand with propane and all that kind of stuff. So it's just like little things.
My husband's drooling on himself right now.
Oh, I'd love to talk to you more about it. It's like my favorite thing ever. But
he's dying. He's
getting
like,
the wooden,
this is my dream.
The wooden is so tough because there's a portage between the 3rd and the 4th lake. So it's like,
nice.
It's kind of like if you're by yourself, you could pull like the boat and a couple bags and the motor over. There's like, it's like almost like a little slide ramp. That like some of the campers up there have built, but like when you have a load of lumber, it's like you can't do it. So you got to like unload all the lumber, carry it over the portage to the next dock, then you got to pull your boat over. It's just like, and doing that, I don't know, 30 times in a day just to get like enough wood to build half a deck. Like it's a lot. And then the second trip we took up there was just you know, like there's no quiet time because it's just me and my beer drinking buddies who snore all the time. It's just like, you know, and then we're working hard on like building stuff and doing things when we go.
I feel like I saw pictures of that. Your time up there.
Recently, we got
so they came up to like help you build stuff.
Like they,
nice.
you know, I mean,
help you.
I mean, no, they
help you drink your beer.
I couldn't have possibly done it without them. Like, my one friend is like, he kind of like took charge. Like I don't know how to. Like I can be like, I can build a deck, you know, but it's like he knows how to do it, so it's gonna stay there. You know? But like, he was, they came up there, they helped out. And it was
looks like fun.
It was great. But they, but yeah, we didn't get it done, and we're gonna go back next year and finish it in the spring, I think. But
are you actually building a deck?
So we built this time. The existing deck was
falling apart.
It was like hazardous. Like I would be like I'd be a questionable parent if I brought my kids up there again with the deck like that. Like it was like falling apart. Like it must have been built in the 50s or 60s and like just rotted away. Like just a whole bunch of like 4x4 posts underneath it. Some of them weren't even touching the ground, but just hanging there. It's like it was real rough, and
Nice.
now it's like very solid, very stable.
Amazing.
And, it always needs some kind of fix up.
Now you're ready to write songs.
That's it. Yeah, get up there and start writing songs.
Do you have a rocking chair? You got one of those like camp rocking chairs? Have you seen those?
I'll get there. Yeah, I'll get there.
Have you seen those camp rockers?
No, I mean I think so. It's just like I've seen them at like Bass Pro. Like it's just like a fold out chair with a little like rocker on it. Yeah, they're great. Yeah,
it's like a folding like lawn chair with a giant rocker on it. Yeah, my girlfriend has one. They're amazing. Yeah, so in terms of like your actual writing though, do you think it's more common for you to like write the music or write the lyrics, or kind of how does your actual like breakdown of songwriting going?
Yeah, that's a tough one too, because it's always different.
Okay.
You know, sometimes it starts with a melody in my head, like in the shower or in the car.
In the shower.
Sometimes it starts with like a lyric. You know, it's like, or even just hearing somebody else's song, and you're like, oh, and then like, you know, it just sparks something. You're like, oh, that's like a really good line, and like, I could like that makes me feel like you know, like I could write something similar about what I'm going through right now or whatever. It's just like there's always some kind of inspiration that like kickstarts the idea. But honestly, I think most of my songs start with a melody. You know, like on this new record I have coming out, there's a song like at the tail end of it where there's like a whistling part, and that like I wrote that in a shower. Like I was just like whistling in the shower, and I was like, oh, this is pretty good.
Sounds great.
And I was like, just started trying to play it on guitar. I was like, maybe I just need to whistle this in this song.
Amazing.
But yeah, it's like, sometimes they just come to you in weird spots, but the shower's nice because it sounds nice.
Oh yeah, it's like good acoustics.
Yeah.
In the water. Oh yeah, it's great. When's the album come out?
That's a tough one. I think we're shooting for October of next year now.
Amazing.
Yeah, because it's like, you know, the world's different now. We were talking about this before off mic, but it's like, you know, the whole thing for me forever would have been 3 singles and a record, and do it quick, because I'm like pretty impatient. I want a record out, and I want to play the song.
Do the thing. Yeah.
You know,
why 3?
Oh, that's just the thing. You just do 3 singles, and that's just kind of what I did for so long.
Yeah.
And then
how do you pick those 3?
You just go, these are the ones I like the most, I guess, really, and that's really it. And sometimes I'll get some other people's opinions to be like, okay, everyone send me their choice for 3 singles, like members of like the band I usually play with, or like friends at the record label, or just pals. Yeah. And like I'll be like, okay, the majority of you agree with me, and some of you didn't, so now I gotta think about this, right? It's like, but generally just kind of go with my gut and which ones I like the most. But yeah, like I think the new norm is kind of releasing significantly more singles. Like you'll do 5 singles over the course of a year, and then an album. So you know, every 6 weeks or something. So I think we'll do like starting in February, hopefully every single every 6 weeks, and then the album comes out in October.
Oof, that's gonna test your patience, bud.
It's gonna test my patience, but I think it's also gonna give me more to do. I think, you know,
every time you release one, like you can do some stuff around it, right? People want to hear that.
Do a little show around it, and you know, maybe just, you know.
Yeah, so this actually recently just happened to us. We're really into this band called Parcels. Have you heard of them? They're like a 5-piece, super harmony. They're amazing.
Oh, man,
they're from,
I think
they're from Germany.
Like, my friend was talking to me about this band.
Check them out. Yeah, listen to them. They're amazing. But anyways, the reason why I bring it up is because by the time that they came out with their album, it was almost like it was melodramatic. Like I'd already heard like 7 of their best songs, and like the rest, their other 3 songs that were on the album, I was like, well, they already came out with 7. Like, and Spotify, I don't know if you've seen this, but Spotify does this thing now where like it shows you the album and the songs. Yeah. And then as they come out, as the singles come out, they light up. So it's like there's like 4 songs that are unavailable, and then as the singles come up, they become available, and they're showing like next week this is coming out, next week this is coming out, next week this is coming out, and then the album's coming out. But by the time the album came out, I was like, well, I've already heard the 7 best songs, and I didn't actually, you know, like the other 3. I was like, it's just interesting how like the process is changing, and like what it does to both sides, right? Yeah, it's exciting as you go, the process.
I wonder what that did though. You know, it's like you put those singles out slowly like that, and you're, like you said, I heard the best 7, and now there's just these 3, and they're okay.
And but the album release that used to be this like big monumental experience for us,
it's just
kinda,
like, okay, yeah,
it's 6,
yeah.
7.
Yeah, I guess the key is to have an album full of real bangers. Then I guess like just all good songs.
Well,
That's
and I
the
think
key.
it's just a different process. Like we were talking about off air, is like people's attention spans are so little, so they need the like one song,
Here's
one
a new
song,
thing.
one
Yeah,
song,
just
one
like
song,
just
new-
listen to
new
the song for as much as you can for this small period
6
of time.
weeks,
And
and then they're gonna be over it, and they never want to hear it again. Like
well,
they're
it's just like anybody. I know people that can't even make it through a song. You know, it's like I know, like even just having like a
insane
daughter
to
that
me.
likes music, right? Like she listens to music and stuff. It's like she's like, oh, like like I played that Misty City festival and she came with us and she was like oh, like this I got to see she was talking about a different music festival, but there's a country song she likes and I don't know what it's called, but it might just be called this, but there's definitely a lyric in it where he says that somebody's got like a body like a back road. And she's like, I got to see Body Like a Back Road live. And like, that was like not the dude's name. Like, it was just like,
don't even know who it is. Doesn't matter.
I don't even know if that song is on a record. It could just be a single. Like, I'm just like, okay.
There's so much of that.
Yeah, right. It's just like, that's like, people just want that one thing.
That's what people are at. Yeah. And now again, because of the streaming situation, there's so much of just like, playlists. So like it's one of each. Like there's tons. I'm guilty of it too. There's tons of songs that I know I try to make an effort because I am a choreographer, that I'm like, I need to like understand this whole artist and listen to their whole collection to like work with one song. But I think I'm like among the rare because it's just they want a playlist and they don't even care. They just want every song to be amazing and banger, you know?
Absolutely.
And auto-tune so that everything sounds great.
I remember back in those punk days, we played with a band. It was like the beginning of the end for me for music at one point. Like I was just like, we played with
this is it.
This band played. It was like a basement bar in Regina. And, like we show up with like our amps from the 1970s and, like beat up old guitars. And this band who was like opening, I think, for us had like the most stuff on stage I've ever seen in my life. Like big, giant, like robots that looked like computers and stuff. And it was like this live auto-tune system. So everything sounded perfectly in tune. When they were playing, I was like, this is crazy. These guys sound like perfect.
Yeah.
And then someone was like, oh, it's because of all these things. I was like, that's nuts. But I was just like, that's like, do people want that? I was like, I think know. It just seemed wild to me.
Yeah. Me too. Yeah. In my mind, I was like, the beauty's like in the imperfections, and like that makes an artist, right?
Yeah,
not just pump them through a robot and then we'll take it.
I was listening to a beautiful song the other day on a record called Freight Train by this woman, Elizabeth Cotton. And it's like, it's a very old song. But like, she's just, you should listen to it at some point. It's great. But she's just kind of got this old, like, weathered voice, and it's to somebody who's not familiar with her music and like enjoys it, they'd be like, and I'm only saying this because like my daughter heard me listening to me, she's like, what is this garbage? Like she just couldn't understand like what, like she was like, what are you listening to? I was like,
because it's so rough,
because it was just like rough and raw and like there was like sometimes it was out of tune and she just kind of
especially when it comes to vocals.
And it's guitar was a little bit out of tune and stuff on the recording, and it's just like it's one of the greatest songs ever written. And it's just funny though, because people don't
it's not perfect. Like they're trained with their their brain in their ears, or like
it worries me with the younger generation too, because they only know this perfection, right? Even a lot of those live shows are, like I said, auto-tuned and stuff, and it's like it's there's this perfection with it, and it's like it's not good.
I know your brain, like if you are an old, if you've been a music lover, music listener for such a long time, there is part of your brain that's like, I can hear that it's not authentic. It's like when you hear like an AI voice, you'll hear like an AI recording and you're like, oh, it sounds weird. Like it's creepy almost, right?
Yeah.
Just that like perfectness is weird. Yeah. It's the imperfections that make it human and that make you attached to the emotion of the artist.
Yeah.
But I know they're getting used to like where they can't tell the difference anymore. So I don't know what's in it for our children.
We'll see.
God.
Yeah. YouTube.
YouTube. Yeah. I was curious. I mean, you kind of started to answer this, but how do you write? Do you write like more on your own personal experiences? Or are you like kind of narrating for other people's experiences?
Oh, I mean, no, it's all, it all stems from something that I'm feeling, for sure. It might, like I might write a song about it, like a story about something, right? Like it's like a, a little story that, isn't about me in a way, but it always kind of stems from some sort of personal experience.
Yeah, might be like your imagination, but it's not like, telling somebody else's thing.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, it's like your own narration. Well, I mean, you have a lot to pull from, right? Like you have, I often tell everyone stories about your homestead. So yeah, do you want to talk about your property?
Oh, I love our little farm,
Me
little
too.
homestead. Yeah, it's nothing wild. We rent our home, and it's couple acres.
So awesome.
But we've just slowly built it up over the years, right? Like just maybe like a quarter acre of raised beds and different little veggie gardens and herb gardens in different places, and in the past we've raised livestock like pigs and stuff like that for
you're telling me the story about the pigs. Are you guys still doing that?
No, we've taken a couple years off for pigs. We had some pet pigs as well, and the one died earlier this year, and the other one was just an asshole, so we got rid of her real quick.
Did he become bacon?
No, God, no. He wouldn't. You can't do that to the ones you love. But
really?
Oh yeah. Plus, also, I mean, you don't want to eat the meat of an animal that died of natural causes. Like I don't know what he died of. He just died. Oh yeah. The winter took him. The winter of 2025.
Oh my gosh.
It's But yeah, I wouldn't have done that anyways because
I always wonder that you see like a dead animal, you're like, why is no one eating this?
Yeah, I mean,
I guess in nature you just know.
Yeah, but we also do chickens for eggs as well. But there's that's a thing. Like when you see like meat. The meat from an animal is only good for so long after it's dead, right? Okay. Like it's like if you don't like immediately process it, kind of thing. Like I've taken roadkill home before, but it's like it's very fresh. Like it's like I got like a buddy who
you're like I killed it myself.
Yeah, like I got like a buddy who calls me like from like he's like a policeman, and he'll call me like we got a deer hit.
Okay.
And it's like it died like a minute and a half ago. Can you make it here? I'm like yeah, awesome. So like we go and do that kind of stuff, but it's like. If I'm like driving somewhere and I see like a bloated deer on the side of it, I'm like, no, it's like you got to be a little more cautious with that kind of stuff. That would totally be me. Well, it's question. You wouldn't. I'm assuming.
You think I'm smarter than I am?
Yeah, I'm assuming the meat would be pretty tainted and probably you'd get real sick real quick if you ate it.
But I won't eat dead animals. I find
at the same time though, there's it's never happened to me fortunately, but I've talked to like people who hunt. And they have, lost the animal and then like given up on the search and then had to go back the next day and look for it. And it's like,
shot it and then had to go find it.
Cold weather helps, but like that wouldn't work in like in a warm weather situation. But like, it's like if it's November, December and you have an animal that took you 12 or 13 hours to find, like it's probably still fine,
Yeah. It's cold.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Maybe
do you hunt?
I do, yeah.
Oh. Here or up north?
A little bit everywhere. Here in Niagara, I hunt for like deer.
Yeah.
And turkey.
Yep.
And then some small game, but up north I hunt for grouse.
Okay.
And
I heard you can literally just hand bomb a turkey.
Oh, the grouse.
The grouse. Man, it's a grouse.
Turkey are actually one of the more intelligent animals when it comes to hunting.
It's hard to catch them?
First of all, you don't even catch them at all. You hunt them.
I meant catch them.
I'm just bugging you because that's like it's a thing like I like to rag on people about. When you like come back from deer hunting, did you catch one? I'm like,
nope.
In a trap? Like, what do you mean? But yeah,
shot its head off.
With turkeys, they're very cautious and they're very wily. So it's like, with turkey hunting, it's like you camo up. And you like lean up against a tree and cover yourself in brush, and you don't move a muscle, and you kind of got to call them in and stuff. And it's a really
call them like a turkey call.
Yeah. Like you make this like little sound, but you use like a mouthpiece call. That for the record, that's actually pretty good.
That was really good.
Sounds like a female turkey. I have pet turkeys as well, so I hear the sound a lot.
Yeah, you can emulate
it. You got to call them in during mating season in the spring. The toms will come into that sound if you're lucky.
Cool.
But they're very wily and they're very intelligent.
Huge
animals
big
too.
Birds,
big birds, yeah. But yeah,
maybe it's the grouse that our friends up north have told us stories where they can literally just like pick it up.
Yeah, sometimes they just walk right up to you. It's almost like it's a little bit. You're like,
is this suicide?
Do I shoot this animal? I feel really bad.
Just give it a kick.
But yeah, but it's also like it does take a bit of skill too sometimes because it's like I could be driving up the logging road up north and they're just hanging on the road and you're like, probably shouldn't say this because it might be illegal, but you just get out of the truck, grab the shotgun, and shoot it. As long as you're not shooting from the vehicle, I think it's fine.
Bang, bang, bang out the window.
But then sometimes you got to like kind of get into the forest and like, you know, you kick them up a little bit and they, you know, fly up and into the sky, and then you shoot them out of the air, or
Makes
they
it more
land
exciting.
up in a tree and you got to get like a 22 out and kind of like take like a good shot to get it out of the tree. So it's, you know, a little more exciting. But yeah, sometimes you just kind of stand there and you're like, dude, what are you
Come
doing?
on,
Get
make
out
this
of
fun for us.
Or just don't make me feel so bad about this. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, because I've definitely passed on a few and I'm like, there's nothing right about this. You know, it's like I think I'm a little too moral sometimes when it comes to
It's their own fault.
But it's like you see them standing there like, dude, like you're just like you're looking at me. I'm like 5 feet away from you. What are you doing? But yeah. And then you know,
Maybe they're like pigeons and they're like ancestrally trying to like get near you.
I mean, that would be very interesting. I think they're just not very intelligent.
Yeah, me too.
It is, yeah.
They look like they're.
Yeah, there's a lot of that's like they're a massive prey animal for like a lot prey animal. Yeah, for like a lot of like wildlife right up north. So it's like I think they're pretty.
Oh, gross. Yeah. They're bigger. I was thinking of like the partridges, or what are the little ones?
No, I think
it's the same thing.
Grouse partridges. They're like little chickens about this big.
Oh, okay,
that is
Not super huge.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't realize they could fly.
Oh yeah, they can fly. So can chickens. Yeah, people don't know that.
Come on.
They choose not to a lot of the time. Like they're a ground bird.
So
but
fat.
I've had some smaller birds that have definitely, like I used to have birds that, like a group of chickens that just lived in a tree in my backyard.
Come on.
They flew up into the tree and they were like, some of them were pretty high up there.
Wow.
But I remember one, you know, it's like, I'm trying to think of, you know, like let's say, what would it must be 200 meters at least. But like I saw a chicken fly from like one barn to the next. It was about 200 meters. It just flies through the sky and just flaps its wings and lands on the roof of a barn. And you're like, who knew? You know,
who knew?
Yeah,
I just thought, they were so fat they couldn't fly.
Yeah, I mean, I think some, like this was a smaller chicken. Like there's certain breeds, like I have some big chickens.
Yeah,
that, like you know,
they're not getting off the ground.
That's not going anywhere.
No,
yeah. Like I think they gotta kind of be a certain breed that have like a little bit more agility.
Yeah, they had to be the starved out chicken.
Yeah.
How do your kids feel about your place? I've talked to Conway about it, but I'm just curious.
They love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough because they're kids, so you know it's
any chores is you know taking them away from their video games
or whatever they're interested in the time. But no, they are pretty good at like getting out there and doing stuff. I just gotta ask.
Yeah.
But so it's like I also don't mind just doing it. So I usually do. But as soon as the cold weather hits, it's like that's Dad's job.
Yeah.
It's cold as hell out there.
Yeah. We're getting milder and milder. Yeah, we went to nature school with Conway anyways. I guess even at the beginning, Ivy was around at the begining when we first started. And I think, that's what we kind of first, like our families bonded over is just, you know, that love of outdoors. And I think it teaches kids, it teaches them like independence and so many things about living on like a homestead.
Well, it's even just not, you know, even if they're not doing it all the time, it's still that like.
They're around it.
I think just the idea in the back of their mind that like, there is something outside that I do need to take care of. Dad's doing it right now, but like it does need care. Just that idea of responsibility, right? Is I think important. Like as opposed to like I got absolutely nothing to do. I just got to keep my room clean, right? Like there's life outside. You know, like I hope it's at points in their day, they think things like, I hope the rabbit has water. You know, just like little thoughts like that are like
they're
important.
They're caring about something else other than themselves.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I think a big thing too for us, we've always talked about this. We had some really strong affiliations with Timmins. Like we were back and forth from Timmins, and some affiliations with specifically with a farm. And I think it's so important nowadays, especially with like, you know, the introduction of fast food and all this crap where it's just so easy and accessible to get food and like overeat and overconsume for kids, especially to have that connection with our food. Yeah. Just knowing that like, no, it doesn't just, you know, show up in the grocery store. Like this is what the animal looks like before. Like Annabelle, I remember just her coming home one day from school and just being, or it wasn't from school, it was somewhere else, but she was like, why do they call like that's a chicken and like we're eating chicken? I was like, oh my gosh, she doesn't understand that this is an animal chopped up into pieces for her to eat. Yeah. Like she was making the connection to the fact that like it comes from an animal. This animal needs to be like taken care of, fed, grown, and then murdered to be food for us.
That's a hard realization to come to. It's
right?
Like, it's tough. Like,
And I was like, you better sit down.
Yeah.
like, I gotta show you a bunch of pictures. Like,
yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, so I think it's just so beautiful that like the kids have that association, right? They understand like where their food's coming from, even the vegetables, even growing vegetables. Like anytime we're doing our gardening, I think it's really important that kids are building that association, because I don't know, like their generation, I could see them just being like, no, I live solely on McDonald's.
Well, it's hard. Like I try and, you know, like I have these silly like moral mentalities where I'm like, if I don't get a deer this year, like there's no meat in the freezer, like this like silly things. I'm like, but then, you know,
you're like playing mind games with yourself.
But it's like life is busy, and especially the past few years, and it's like sometimes I can't get out as much as I like, and you know, I end up just going to like a local farm and buying beef, and I'm like, God, you know, that's pretty easy.
I know where they got it from. They're doing all the morality things
with
for you.
Raising the pigs thing, when we were doing that, it's like it is so much grueling work. Like it's not. There's little moments of joy in all of it, but it's like it's grueling, and then you also kind of have to distance yourself from it, because you don't want to grow like relationships with these animals, right?
Right.
So it's like you're just working so hard and like not, you know, enjoying little things like the ear scratches
the
and like
nurturing
things like that.
And the
and
cuddling.
then, you know, and then it's still, you know, financially you're like,
I'm not saving any money.
I'm not saving any money. I'm just working myself to the bone. And you're like, well, is it smarter to just go to the local farm and like buy it from this guy for, you know, it's like my family doesn't like the pork chops and the loins and all these other things. All they want is bacon. And ground pork. So it's like, do I just go and spend a quarter of what it would have cost me to raise these pigs and go buy some bacon and ground pork?
Right.
It's like, and it's still good quality. It still comes from a good place. You might not have done it yourself, but you know, I think that type of animal husbandry really works better if you are fortunate enough to have like big chunks of land, right, where you can just let the animals kind of graze. And you know, like where we are, it's like it's only a couple acres, which is still quite nice, and but where you raise the pigs, it's really only like a 2,500 square foot pen, which is what they're allowed to with free access inside and outside. But you know, it's like we didn't have pigs there for the past couple of years, and then we didn't have any pigs at all this year, like even the pet ones. And you know, the ground is in that pen is about 6 inches like lower than the rest of the yard, and only now is it finally starting to get some greenery in it. It was just packed mud for years and years and years. So it's like they're very destructive. But if you can have like a cow or 1 or 2 pigs like on a massive pasture, like I'm talking like have their own. We had goats in there at one point too, actually.
Alpacas, we saw a million like packs of alpacas.
Yeah, they're cool.
Packs of alpacas.
Yeah, it's got to be something like that. Alpacas are weird. Did you know that they? You probably know this, but alpacas, certain members of the pack, I guess, will. Like they only defecate in like the same spot. Yeah. And they get it higher and higher and higher so they can stand on top of it to like look for predators.
Oh, I didn't know why they did it. Yeah, I knew they did it.
Yeah, they make these little piles. Yeah. And so they can get on top of it, and like, you know, like the alpha male or whatever it is, the dominant one in the alpaca herd pack, whatever it is.
Yeah,
they like
pack of alpacas.
Yeah, they stand on this pile and like look out for wolves or whatever. I mean, where do alpacas come from? Do we know this?
I think they're manufactured. That's what the girl in Timmins was saying. There's an alpaca farm in Stevensville that we've been to a few times.
No, I mean like where are they like geographically, naturally?
Yeah, we just saw them all over Peru. We were in Peru.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so maybe that's where they come from. Yeah. But I would just assume, knowing that fact about their poops and the little piles they make, that wherever they were was very like flat, like a lot of plains.
Yeah,
there's a lot of flat land.
They're in the mountains, but I guess there is like flat land in between. Like, I don't know, we were in terraced area, but crazy animals. Yeah, it's so fun. You're living our dream.
Well, it's
living
nice.
on a homestead.
We're very fortunate to have found that spot, and you know, it's like
you have such a good relationship. Like you said, you're renting it, but like that's a crazy space to rent.
Yeah, it is, and you know, we get a good deal, and they let us kind of do what we want as long as we take care of the place and, you know, keep it running. They're an old farming couple, and like our property backs onto their property, and there's this,
that's what I was gonna say. They're on the property too.
Yeah, it's like acres and acres and acres of you know, peaches and cherries and soy and different things they grow. It's actually a little heartbreaking, because our backyard, like where we backed onto, was just acres and acres of sour cherries, which look so beautiful in spring, but they tore a whole bunch of those out this year or last year. So now that backyard is like mostly soybeans, which is that you lost a lot of like really pretty
Yeah.
Scenery.
Yeah, the
It's
trees are beautiful.
Still nice though.
They decided to switch and do soybean?
I think cherries just became, from talking with other farmer friends of mine, their cherries
Pain in the butt?
just became pretty like a lot of work, not a lot of profit. And farming is like, you got to make a profit with farming, or at least break even, right? Like you got to be able to continue to do it. So
yeah,
whatever you can do.
I wonder
to make
if it's
money.
our like climate change.
I don't know.
They became like,
Not sure, but
I was just recently talking to someone and they were saying like, oh, we can't grow this and this anymore. And I was like, what?
Yeah, a lot of people, like I had a friend who their big thing every fall was apples. They had all these apple trees and they just ripped them all out.
Come on.
And they were big, beautiful trees bearing lots of fruit, but they ripped them out because they're just like, it's because of the, I think, climate. Like they're just like not getting big enough soon enough, and a bunch of different things were happening to them, like different pests and diseases and who knows. But yeah, it's just like now they're, I think, focusing more on like stone fruits, peaches and plums and things like that.
Oh, you're making me hungry. Awesome. So yeah, you've talked. We were kind of talking about the nature. I didn't realize that you're from BC. That's so fun. So how does that kind of influence creative process? Like kind of combining the two. You hear a lot of themes of nature and solitude in your music. How does that kind of influence your music?
Not sure. I mean, I grew up lots of places. Like I was actually born in Hamilton.
Oh.
Just as like a little wee baby. And then in my, before I could even see, I lived in Alberta probably until, I must have been like, I don't know, 9 or 10 or something like that. Like I was like in Alberta for a while. So like that place, it's like, you don't realize it, but even if you're young, like the places you live really have a big influence on the things you're going to do with the rest of your life. Like I remember, a lot of beautiful things about Alberta, but then, off to BC after that. And I spent a lot of time in.
Your parents were just moving around?
Yeah, my dad kept getting better offers to manage different byways. So
Byways, the store?
Yeah, you remember Byway?
Oh yeah. Are you kidding me?
It's like the giant tiger of the 80s.
Yeah, that was my parents' favorite store.
Oh wow, yeah. It was cool having my dad work at that place like that, because he always brought home cool shit.
Stuff.
I remember at one point he brought home do you remember this? Of course you remember this. Like the original. Like 80s like Tim Burton Batman movie with Michael Keaton. Yeah. He brought home like the VHS display of like Michael Keaton.
I thought you were going to say the car model.
Oh no, he brought like the whole display. Like I had like on my wall, I had he also brought home like the Ninja Turtles movie display. So like I had like collages on my walls of like all the different like movie displays.
The cardboard. The cardboard.
Yeah, the big cardboard like displays that would like they'd stand in the middle of the store and like hold the VHS.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, so it was cool. I always got like cool stuff like that.
That's wild.
But yeah, so we moved around because of jobs that my dad was getting or whatever. But yeah, BC was
all
like
through Byway.
Yeah, BC was all nature.
Yeah,
it was wild to think about the way the world has changed. I was talking with a friend about this the other day. Like when I lived in British Columbia. And I don't know what my parents were doing. Maybe we lived beyond our means. But like when I lived in British Columbia, we lived in like a beautiful like log cabin in like a good area of Kelowna, British Columbia. Like our backyard like was like up against this big hill we called the sand line. It had like this big strip of sand down. It was like almost like a mountain, but you could like run down the sand line. It was awesome. It's like, house had 2, 3, 4 bedrooms and wood stove. Like it was just this beautiful place. And I was like, and you just worked at Byway? That's all you did? Like what? Like were you selling drugs? I was like, it's like you can't do that now. It's like both parents in the relationship have to have like a 3 or what is it 6-figure salary just to live in BC, just to rent a home. It's just like it's nuts. Like it's just the cost of things these days. But yeah, you used to be able to have a real beautiful home on one parent working at a Byway. It was pretty nuts.
That's insane.
Totally. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, things have changed. But yeah, but growing up there, we were surrounded by a lot of beautiful natural things.
Yeah,
right? Like
especially Kelowna.
Groups of friends I met and stuff, like just like camping in the mountains on weekends and just doing a lot of really cool stuff like that. But yeah, that was a really beautiful place. I mean, Okanagan is gorgeous.
Yeah.
But even here, it's like you move to Ontario and it's like you don't see a lot of that stuff maybe down here, but it really does exist. There's a lot of like beautiful conservation areas that are like free to go to. There's as soon as you hit Northern Ontario, you're like, this is unreal. Like it's just the most gorgeous place on earth. It is.
We talk about it all the time to people. Like you hit North Bay and you're like, ah!
Oh, it's fantastic up there. It's just it's
magical. All the lakes,
indescribable. All the color changes too in the falls.
Oh, let's go. What are we doing here?
Well, it's snowing up there right now, so.
It's snowing?
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I think I'm on a few like hunting pages on Facebook or whatever. And, you know, there's guys like posting pictures from different WMUs, which means Wildlife Management Unit. Ontario is divided up into like many different wildlife management units. I think like 99 of them, maybe 97.
Really?
80 or 90, I don't know, something like that. Let's say 100, just to have a round number. But there's like all these units, right? And that's how you know like the rules and regulations for like hunting in that area. Anyways, guys are posting it from like we are in like right now. I think we're in 89. So they get lower as you go up. You know, like north Ontario's like 1. But somewhere around 62, they're getting snow tonight, and they are getting snow. Like I know, like up at camp, it's already dusted a few times, and that's up in 56. So it's like, Northern Ontario's getting hit.
Do you have cameras there that you can like check it out while you're away?
I don't. Well, there's no service up there, so it's like you can't have like a cell camera or something.
That's my dream.
It's beautiful up there, but I do have a little trail camera that I set up behind the cabin to see if any wildlife comes by. And not last year because I forgot to set it up, but the year before that we got like a big beautiful lynx walking around in the backyard. It was pretty awesome. Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Crazy. Is a lynx like a mountain lion?
It's like a bobcat.
Smaller, but
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, I think it might have been a bobcat. I'll have to double check the picture.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, it was really cool, and like it was all like winter coated, so it was just like this big fluffy cat.
Yeah.
Pretty neat.
Yeah, they're I mean, we've been back and forth to Timmins so many times, we never see them.
Yeah, no, I snuck up on one on my snowmobile. I had like a 4-stroke snowmobile, and it was quiet, and I was coming down the trail.
I didn't know this.
And it I didn't see it at first because he was like white and he blended in, and then like I slowed down and I look over and he was like there, and he like looked at me and like looked.
Sorry, what was the animal?
It was a lynx.
Oh, cool.
And he like looked at me and he roared. Kind of bared his teeth and then just shot off, and he was gone in like 2 jumps.
Oh, what a moment that would have been.
It was amazing.
That's wild. I've never heard that story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see in person too much wildlife when I'm up there, but
rare.
Yeah, it's like, you know, I've seen like the last trip we saw a big old porcupine walking down the road, but the one year my family and I went up there, it's pretty cool. We have like in the front area of the cabin, like on the wherever there's not rock, right? Because it's all built on shield or whatever, but it's like like there's a bunch of wild blueberries growing. So I'm assuming when we're not there, we get different wildlife coming and eating those blueberries. But the one summer trip, which was an interesting time because I feel like summertime they should have been older, but there was like a grouse that was coming every morning, a spruce grouse with 2 baby chicks, and it was just like walking around the front yard eating the blueberries, and it was like such a cool thing because that time of year I feel like it must have been like a late hatch because they should have been hatched in the springtime, but they were just like newborn chicks. And it was so cool to watch them like following their mom around, like pecking at blueberries. I was like, this is something else.
Oh, those blueberries up north.
Yeah, that's weird. They're all small,
tiny,
and then but they're all tiny, super flavorful and sweet.
Good.
It's so weird when you get
sweetest.
It's like you get a blueberry down here.
You're like,
down here. It's like from the grocery store wherever they come from, and it's like, oh, those are going to be good because they're huge and they're just like tiny lemons. You're like, what is this? This tastes like a lemon. Like, what? Why are people even eating these? It's insane.
Yeah, and why do they end up like that? Like super size but no flavor.
Super big. Yeah, just like, what are you doing? What plant is this? Yeah.
I don't think I even knew until I went up north and we were blueberry picking in Timmins, and I was like, oh, these are the best.
They're pretty amazing.
I was surprised they like grow so low to the floor, low to the ground.
Yeah, little bushes.
Yeah, little bushes.
Ground bushes. Yeah.
Fun. We tried to grow them here.
Yeah.
Not so good.
Work.
I think
work.
They do grow here.
Yeah,
like, there's
a
lady near us who does like a pick your own thing, and she has fucking hundreds
amazing.
of them.
Yeah,
plants.
I don't know. It must just be my backyard.
I think let me make sure. I'm just thinking in my own head because I want to make sure I'm not sounding like an idiot. But I do believe they need like a male and a female, like with blueberries. Like I think you need pollination. Like a male plant and a female plant. So maybe you just planted a bunch of males, because I bought a male and a female blueberry plant.
Planted a bunch of males.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I bought a female and a male and planted them in my front yard, and still to this day, like they're there, but I never get any fruit on them. So I don't know if they're like, maybe they were both females or both males, or maybe they're just not pollinating properly.
My one girlfriend told me something of it was like the acidity or like the pH or something in the ground.
In the soil, that's possible. But
I tried all kinds of things to like, I tried like grounds and like coffee grounds and stuff to make it more like acidic. Nothing worked.
The fact that I was sold,
I didn't realize that though.
The fact that I was sold a female and a male plant made me believe that there was pollination.
How do you
involved.
sex a blueberry plant?
People can do it. People got talents for everything out there.
Oh my god, botanists.
Yeah.
So you can stop me if you don't want to talk about this. I talked to Bailey about it when she came. Pardon?
My OnlyFans? I don't have one of those.
I'm gonna faint.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Imagine.
This man just super. It's real. Kinky.
I think you're wasting your time with music. Yeah. You should just do OnlyFans. It's just me
sexing blueberries the whole time. My god. Yeah. This one's a female.
Oh my god, I'm into this.
Okay, but what? Sorry.
Yeah, I had talked to Bailey about it when she came here. You guys recently went through a very serious health scare with your son.
Yeah, he had a brain tumor.
Yeah, I can't even.
Devastating.
Yeah,
it was a hard one. Obviously, it's easier to talk about now that we're like home and he's doing so well.
Totally.
But it was definitely, it was like a game changer. Like I was like, this is, it's hard to put into words like what a parent goes through during that situation, let alone what he was going through. But it was definitely. He's
amazing.
Yeah, he just did so
kid. Well.
He's just he was so like. It's one of those things because he's such a quiet and calm kid. Yeah. And he keeps to himself. And like, if there's some days he's on top of the world and other days there's like a fly in his bedroom and I hear like the high pitched scream, like something terrible happened up there. I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? There's a fly. You're like, dude. So it's like he's very sensitive to things sometimes. Yeah. And it's just like, he's got to go in there and he gets this bad news and it's like, we're going to operate on your brain, which is mortifying to anybody. And he's just like, I guess I got to do this. He was like, just did it. No problem. And came out of it fine. And,
wow.
It's still obviously not fine. And there's like, a lifelong, like there's always going to be a bit of a worry and I shouldn't say it's not fine. He's doing well and the doctors are giving us thumbs up and all that. But it's just one of those things where it's like, lifelong MRIs and just like always got to keep a watchful eye and, living close to amenities and like,
and just that like, that shock, like that, forever fear in your brain, like just,
It's the kind of thing where it's like, you don't feel like he's not going to hear this. So it's fine. But like, it's just like, you always worry like, what if, right? Like pretty sure that's gonna be fine, but it's like for what if, right? So it's like you always have that. No, you
can't. You have to just put it out of your mind for them.
Yeah, but it was pretty wild situation. 3 months in a hospital, for surgery and recovery and watching him become a human being again.
It's so wild too, because I was talking to Bailey about this, but like we, as a parent, especially young kids, like it's never on your radar.
Bailey's my wife.
Yeah, sorry, we should have said that. No, shout out to Bailey. Yeah. We love her so much. She's the best.
Just nice to, in case you're like, I don't know who's Bailey.
Yeah, who's Bailey?
Bailey, is that a drink?
She's the best. I love her.
I had a dog growing up named Bailey. Actually,
you had a dog?
Yeah, my family dog's name was
Bailey.
I feel
like I also had a dog named Bailey. Was it a beige Labrador?
No, mine was a Cocker Spaniel.
Okay, yeah, both deserve a Bailey.
Yeah, but sorry, go on.
No, she's wonderful. But I was just saying to her, like, it's wild because that's never on our radar. Like, we don't even bring our kids for like health checks. Like we don't.
Dude, I haven't been to a doctor
exactly
in 20 years.
Exactly.
You just like you don't think about that stuff. Right?
No, it's never on your radar. You're like, oh, I think I should go get my kid an MRI. Like you just don't think like that. No. So can you walk us through kind of like how you ended up even at the doctor and how that happened? Because that story is.
There was like a sickness kind of that blew through the house at the end of the year.
Yeah.
And his just kept lingering. It never went away. Which went to like...
It was like a lung infection, right?
Well, kind of. Like Bailey knows more than me, so it's like hard for me because I like I said, I'm forgetful and just like kind of the whole thing really stressed me out. So...
Oh, yeah.
It's
you're just going to shock.
We went to a lot of different doctors, like locally, like our family doctor and walk-in clinics and all that stuff. And just everyone was just giving him more antibiotics for a chest infection, which there was a chest infection at one point, but it just kind of... anyways, one of those things where it's like I was taking him to the doctor yet again for another checkup for some medicine. I don't know. We got to try a different antibiotic because he's puking enough blood with this one. It's all these different things. So
oh my gosh,
she took him to like a real hospital, which is McMaster, only real hospital in my opinion. After experiencing how good they are there,
100%.
And they just like one of the doctors was like, we should probably give this boy an MRI, and so they were there all night and. I didn't even think, like, I wasn't thinking anything of it. Like, I was just at home kind of like getting a little stressed, you know what I mean? Kind of like, it's getting late. What's going on, But we've also had hospital experiences where, you got to go in for something. Like I take my daughter in for a broken wrist. You're there for like
8
7.5 hours.
waiting
like,
in the emergency. Yeah.
So anyways, yeah, I was like, Bailey called me pretty upset, and, and then just 3 months in a hospital, but he really powered through it, and just he was it's pretty impressive to see like how brave like a little kid can be, and just like crushed it. But yeah, he was he did real well, and then just slow recovery. It was like a month at McMaster, and we went to a place in Toronto called Holland Bloorview, which is like a therapy hospital, essentially.
Rehabilitation. Okay,
so it's like a lot of like learning how to walk again, and like learning how to like eat, and like just do all the things that you kind of got to do, because
we followed his recovery.
Yeah, you don't even realize it. It's like
you take it for granted.
I'm just also like, I'm naive to a lot of things where it's like, after the surgery, I was like, okay, well, I guess we'll be home. We'll be home in a couple of days. But it's like, no, like someone poked his brain, and like now his brain's got to learn to work again. You're like, oh, right, fuck, So it's like, we spent 3 months there, which was nice. Like I left once or twice for, I went home for something, and I had a concert that I took because, you got to pay the bills.
I know, that's the craziest thing. I remember reaching out to her and just being like, how can we help? Like your life has to stop. There is no there is no working. It has to stop, but you still have to pay your bills.
It was pretty amazing that we did actually get there was a lot of support, and like people coming through to help us out in that time, which was really nice. But it's like I Bailey never left the hospital once, and she like slept in the room with him, which is a nightmare because it's so uncomfortable, right? Just this little chair chair that folds out into a bed, and not that I wouldn't have done it, but she just wouldn't leave his side. There's only one parent allowed. The first few nights was like, just laying on the floor in the hospital room, because you're just like, this is it. Yeah. But they have some pretty cool like situations set in place. Like McMaster has Ronald McDonald's house. Yeah. They put you up in there.
I've had some clients in there.
So I would leave every night and sleep at that place, and come like back early morning or whatever, and they give you meals, and it's incredible how like helpful
that hospital was really amazing.
And then Holland Bloorview, same thing, where they have like it's like an old wing of the hospital, and they have like 10 rooms in there that they've converted to kind of mini hotels, which is, it's just nice. they're hospital rooms, but it's just a place that like a parent can go. So it's just nice, because you can't, two people and a kid can't sit and sleep in those rooms. And then at Holland Bloorview, it's also like shared rooms a lot of the time, so we were in and out of different rooms there, and but then he came home, and he's been crushing it ever since. Amazing. He's just been doing real well. He's like
so great,
just he's on top of the world.
He's great. Such a resilient kid.
He's doing really great.
So amazing. Have you done any songwriting about it?
Actually, well, the album that I'll be putting out, it's like, it's hard to talk about, because it's like one of those things where it's like, oh, you don't want to be, it's like, yes, like I wrote songs about it, but it's not like, they're very personal. But I'm also releasing them. So it's just, it does feel a bit weird, but when I was at Holland Bloorview, I had a guitar there, and every night around 10 o'clock, I'd have to go up there and just sit, but I was like pretty wired. Like it's the kind of situation you're in where it's like very hard to actually sleep. Even, you're like, oh, they give you good news and stuff, but it's still very hard to sleep. So I would just sit there and play songs on the guitar, and 90% of that album is about
what you guys went through.
The healing process, and the terror and the fear and all that kind of stuff of all what happened. But it's like a lot of songs about home, right? Just the feeling of home, and because that was like a big recurring theme for him. It was just like, I want to go home. It's like, of course, as it should be, for every kid in that situation. So it's a lot of songs about home, but it's wrote a record in there, and then again, same situation, dwindled it down to a few songs that were better than the rest. And this time I did it a bit differently, because like I've recorded my last 3 records in Nashville.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's a
I didn't realize that.
Beautiful place, and I work with like a friend down there. He wasn't a friend at first; he was just a guy I didn't know, and now he's like a dear friend of mine. His name's Andrea, and he's a great producer.
You just hired him at like the beginning?
It was like someone was like, I think you'll like this guy, and like there was a few different producer options, and then Andrea called me, and we just chatted. And this was like, again, 3 records ago, and we were just chatting on the phone. I was like, I like this dude. He's really nice. So, we've become pretty close friends since then. And but this last record, it was like it's a process. It's a different process there. It's like, him and I are close, and I've grown acquaintance style relationships with a lot of the people that will play on the records there. But it is like people he hires to like come in, so sometimes it's repeat people, and you're like, oh, hey, like, great to see you again. You know, they come in and they have fun with them.
Yeah.
And some people I used on every record, but because these songs were like so personal, I felt like I needed to make it with like close friends. You know, like just like everyone in the band like needed to be a bud. And my friend Eric has a studio out in Vancouver in the CBC building. And so I flew out there, which again was difficult in itself, like leaving home for like a week and making a record. But I went out there and, you know, had a few friends out there, and my friend Matt from here flew with me, and John from here flew with me. Matt produced the record. John played on it, and Eric and Leon out west, a couple of buddies of mine played on it, but Eric also owns a studio. And yeah, we just made this like kind of nice record together, and it was like very comfortable to make it. Like haven't made a record with like really, really close pals for a long time. Yeah. And it was very nice to do. Yeah.
Yeah, there's obviously, I mean, you're so talented, and the music, I'm sure the musicians that you're picking around you have that, like, musicality, the technicality part so important. Yeah,
friendship aside, these guys are absolute slayers. Exactly. Like, they're very good at what they do.
Exactly, that's what I was going to say, yeah. It's so magical talented. When you have both sides, right? Yeah. You have the musicality and the technique part, but then you have that emotional connection that just makes, like, it such a great time to hang out, right? Like, it turns into, like, just that, like, time spent together, which is so awesome. Yeah. That's cool. So it was between Nashville and Vancouver that you wrote it?
No. What do you mean?
Oh, sorry. The record? Sorry. No,
the last ones were in Nashville.
The last 3 records were in Nashville.
Oh, and this one was in
Vancouver.
Exclusively in Vancouver.
Just in Vancouver with close friends. Yeah. Not that I just didn't want to like throw Andrea from Nashville under the bus because like he is a close friend, but I just wanted like everyone involved to be a close friend, you know, not just like the one guy.
Yeah, it's fun that it was written in Canada or recorded in Canada.
That is a nice feeling too. You know, there is something like,
especially when your like theme is home, like it's, you know, this is your home country.
That all kind of played a part, and it was like even just the idea of going out to British Columbia. I was like, there's something about just the fact that I grew up here, and you know, it's like it's just a good place to be. Like I just wanted to feel that place again a little bit. Yeah. And definitely the idea of making a record in Canada appealed to me, especially with all the craziness that's going on. I mean, the last time I went down to the States for a record, it was for Northwind. I brought my friend Vanessa with me. She is kind of like my main go-to for photography and like film stuff. Like she's taken most of my like album cover photos and stuff, and she's phenomenal. But like we went there and we hit the border, and it was just like just tore us apart, pulled all our vehicle apart, like just like questioned us, like said like the guys were so mean, and you're just like, I don't want to deal with this thing. It's like, I'm coming to your country and giving you money. Like, what are you doing? Give me a break. I'm
paying your specialists to do this.
But the guy, the border patrol was doing everything in their power to like make it so we weren't getting across, like asking us questions, like just to try and like, you know, get sneaky. Like, so you're telling me if someone came up to you and was like, I'm going to give you $1,000 to play a concert, you wouldn't play that concert? And like, you know, just under the table, like not tell anybody. I was like, you want me to say yes to that so you won't let me across the, like, what do you mean? Like, no, I would never do that because it's illegal. Would I do it? Absolutely. But like, you know, it's like, but I'm not telling you that because that's what you want. It's just such a weird thing. Like, don't you think I'm dumb?
Yeah,
like,
you think you're going to lead me into it? Like, I'm just going to throw myself in there.
Yeah, they were real pieces of work at that. I don't know what it was that day, but they weren't being very nice to people. And, they took it, which is so weird too, because like I'm pretty naive with like things in my truck. Like it's just my home, my little baby. So like I had dumb shit in there, and like it's like under the backseat of the truck there's like a machete. There's like I think I was like, once we got across the border, I noticed there was like a loose .22 cartridge, like a shell, like a loaded cartridge, like could put in a gun and shoot it if I wanted to, just in the console of the truck. God. and like they just pulled it all apart, didn't say anything about that stuff, but like took our avocado that we had in there, and I was like, can't bring an avocado across, but I can bring a bullet. Like that's just so weird.
They're so stupid.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable. I mean, I'm glad they didn't see that bullet, because that could have been a whole world of trouble for me. Yeah, I'm sure, but
maybe not. Maybe we just can't bring fruit and meat.
Yeah, they definitely don't like fruit, like produce.
They do not like fruit.
Weird. It's like, you know, this avocado came from here, right? It's like it came from the U.S. and then came across the border, and I'm bringing it back.
Yeah, it does. So actually, probably came from Mexico, got packaged in the States, and then sent up to us.
Probably did come from Mexico.
Yeah, they're worried about like bug infestations and stuff. It's ridiculous.
Nah, they just want people to be miserable. That's all they want. That's all they care about.
I know. They're just trying to ruin lives.
Yeah.
Okay, really quick before we finish up, we didn't get to talk about your vintage clothing store. Yeah, I want to hear about it. I want to come there. I never leave the house.
It's, you know what?
But I want to come there so bad.
Leaving the house is getting harder and harder these days.
I know.
No, it's cool. It's down the street from our home. It's very small. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere, but we've had it for 10 years now.
Yeah, I was just looking it up. It was like 2015, so it's 10-year anniversary this year.
It's always been a bit of a hobby for me. Like, it's like the whole store started, it was like myself and 4 other people like involved.
Yeah.
Like my wife, Bailey, being one of them, and then 3 friends, and the 3 friends were all musicians. And it was like, you know, our thing is like when we're on the road, like, you know, you get days off and you just accumulate stuff, and you have like cool clothes. And it's like, for us, like, that's what we were accumulating, cool clothes and vintage stuff, stopping at like thrift stores, other vintage stores, like just things like that, because that's what we all liked.
And it kind of goes with being a performer, right? You got to like wear something cool to go on stage. Yeah.
So we would do that. And then we all just accumulated so much stuff. We were like, maybe we should like, do you want to open a store? Like, even if it's not to sell things, just to put our stuff. And like,
we need another storage unit.
Yeah. Like, I mean, slowly everyone else dropped out because, you know,
it's a lot of work.
We were all splitting rent, and no one was making money but me, because I was like kind of getting obsessed with it.
Yeah.
But it was one of those things where, it is one of those things where it's nice to have that space to still do that kind of stuff, like store my stage clothes and things like that. Like, I have some things in that store that are priced at like, you know, ludicrous amounts of money, because I do not want people buying them. Right? It's just like, I just like have my stuff in there, you know?
But if you got the offer.
But I was like, if someone wants to give me $1 million for that t-shirt, that's fine with me.
$1 million? Is that the price
It's like ludicrous prices. Yeah, it's like they make no sense, because it's just like, I don't want to sell them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like it's a nice little space. And again, it was like a hobby for so long where I was only open on Saturdays.
I was gonna say, how do you do it? How do you manage it with like your
now
life?
I've got a really cool person in there named Bruce, who runs a shop. They've just been doing markets for a long time. Yeah. They have a shop called Midnight Rambler, but Bruce comes in and does Fridays and Sundays, and then I do Saturdays. And so it's kind of like a 3-day week now, and it's actually like brought in a lot more people, you know, just being open 3 days, it makes it more consistent, and people like consistency. So it's
and I kind of like the rarity of like it's only open the weekends, you know, like that's fun.
No one's coming downtown.
No one's doing
Fenwick
anything
on
the weekdays.
Yeah, it's
like
no
they gotta work.
Like when we first started that place, I was open 7 days a week. Like, I love this place. Like, I was so obsessed with it.
Yeah, you just want to be in there.
And like when I wasn't touring. Yeah, of course. And then Bailey was in there when I was touring. Okay, and it was like the best.
7 days a week.
We were so excited about it. I think maybe we'd close like Tuesdays to go source stuff, but it just like got to a point where I was like, what are we doing? No one's coming in here. We're just like stoked on having it.
Yeah.
Like, no one's coming. So it's like,
which is a fun hangout. It's fine.
It dwindled. It was like, you know, Thursday to Sunday. And then it was like, you know, Friday and Saturday, and then Saturday and Sunday. And that was like just sometimes on Saturdays. I was like, I can't do this anymore. This is insane.
Yeah.
But
yeah, manning a store like that is wild.
And it was like tough. You know, it was like I was bringing my son, and, you know, because he was like young, and there would be days when it was like, he didn't have anywhere to go, right? Like Bailey would be doing something, and Ivy would be doing something, and he would just come with me. He was just like sitting in there, so bored, like, oh, I don't want to. So I was like, let's just go home. Like, it was like a lot of that kind of mentality. But now it's a little more consistent, Friday to Sunday.
Great.
And it's just like, I love it too, because I actually do a lot of writing there.
I was just gonna say, it's nice and quiet. Nice. Your house is crazy. You can go to the store.
Yeah, you bring a guitar to the store, and it's like quiet. You know, like 5 o'clock on a Saturday, and it's dark outside already in the winter, and you're like, I'm just feeling cozy and just like nice. And it's
do you ever have fans coming just being like, oh my god, Spencer Burton's working here?
I don't have fans. No.
Come on. Yes, you do.
No.
Maybe after this podcast, you're going to be like, whoa, he works there. So should we tell them the name? I was just about to say, what's the name of the store?
Yeah, great. Give the store a push. It's always fun.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's Friday's Child. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's in downtown Fenwick.
Yeah, it's like the only retail store down there.
Amazing.
It's one of the only.
10 years
they
open?
Just opened a coffee shop down there. It's awesome. So now there's a coffee shop in Avondale and my store.
Perfect.
And it's actually a pretty good coffee shop. So I was pretty hyped up on that, because it's like, when you're there on like I said, like a Saturday sometimes, and you're just like, I didn't bring like a lunch, I'm hungry. And you just go to the Avondale and get like a bag of chips. It's like, this is the worst. Now you can get like a coffee and a scone. Oh,
way better. That could be much like better. Yeah, that would make your day.
Oh, it's just so much better. It's real food.
Yeah.
I think they might even have sandwiches there. I don't know.
Yeah. coffees are, I live for them. I'm just like working on a computer all day. I'm like, oh my God, one more hour and I could have a coffee.
Yeah. Oh, that's all I want. I had one today. I'm like, I'm fading.
I'm gonna die.
Just fading.
We're almost done. You're doing amazing.
Yeah. No, it's not. I didn't mean it like that. I gotta go.
Oh my God, you're doing so good. Yeah. So tell us what's next. What do you have on the horizon?
Well, we're gonna put out this record, and
yes.
then and just single by single, and put it out. Yeah, we're gonna do a lot of really fun stuff, co-aligning with all the singles we're putting out. Some sneaky pre-release stuff, and
Love it.
members only, and like limited editions and all the fun stuff that comes along with the record. But I can't really get too into it because it's secret. It's fresh. I can't tell you all the secrets yet. Like,
don't tell the secrets.
Yeah, there is one thing I'm going to talk about because I recorded a Christmas song, which I'm just like, I love it. It's so good. It's like an original. I think it's like,
I'm made for Christmas.
I'm really happy with it. Like, it's like, it feels like a weird thing to say about you, like a thing you've made where you're like, this is awesome. Because usually it's like when I put out music, I'm like, this is cool. I'm done with this now. What's the next thing? But the Christmas song, I'm like, this is the best song I've ever written. I love this.
Oh, I'm so excited.
But it's like there's been so many delays and hesitations that it's like, I am a little concerned it might not come out till next Christmas now, which is like devastating. So we'll see. Because like when in the world of like music, right? Like when you're like releasing things and pitching them to places and
there's
doing all this stuff, it's like it's kind of should have already been out by now. Right? It's like, especially for Christmas, right? Like you could be like, I could technically do whatever I want. Like I own the song.
Yeah.
Like I could be an asshole and just be like,
but you don't want to waste it.
Yeah,
if it's not going to get the full.
You want it to reach as many people as possible. You want to do it the right way.
You only have a short season that people are listening to Christmas music.
Yeah, it's only a couple months.
It's November 1.
That's for me. It was. Yeah.
Yeah. November 1 is when Christmas music starts.
Yeah. As soon as
Jacob's like, no.
Well, for me,
we've decided November 8th.
Okay.
Because that's when Santa Claus arrives at Bass Pro Shops.
Oh,
so
that's
this weekend. It's the big thing, and it's like,
Are they gonna play it there? Let's make them.
All right, that'd be great.
Let's go in with a boombox.
A little boombox. Yeah. No, it's pretty sad. It's a pretty sad Christmas song, so it's not hyping anybody up. But it's, but yeah. So
is there jingle bells in it?
No, we decided against it because it's like it's such a thing that I've done. Like I've written like holiday themed songs in the past and use the jingle bells, and it's like everyone does it.
No bells.
Yeah. So we had some fun with it though. There's like some sneaky little
cowbell.
There's some sneaky little throwbacks to old Christmas songs within the song.
I love this.
Musically.
I'm so excited.
It's a fun one.
I can't wait a whole year.
Well, we'll see. Maybe I don't know how it's all gonna work, but I'm excited to do something with it eventually.
Yeah. All right. Yeah,
we'll see.
Bated breath.
That's what the worst is, like when we were talking earlier and then like I saw that text from my family and like threw me off for a minute.
Yeah.
The only reason I was checking is because the guy who's mixing it is supposed to be sending me the mixes today, like some of them, like for the album,
right?
And because it's recorded and I've heard the songs, but they're not mixed or mastered yet, and it's like not getting, that's like the next step.
Yep.
Okay, I was gonna ask.
Yeah, that'll happen.
What
like
are the stages?
Yeah,
in it?
that's like you make the record and then you get someone to mix it so it sounds good, and then you usually go back and forth a few times, like this sounds like crap. Fix this, do this, and then
so it's being mastered.
And then mastered is. No one actually knows what mastering is. It's just kind of bringing the whole album up a little bit louder.
Oh my gosh.
And then, maybe like rolling off like minor mids and highs and lows to make everything sound pretty consistent. But it's a very like, from when I talk to people who do it, it's like, they're like, it's a pretty simple process. Like it's not like mixing a record. That's a big process.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, so waiting on the Christmas song mix now.
Amazing.
And then, but all the mixes, hopefully. I don't know what he's sending me. I hope it's everything. That'd be great. Love to hear it all mixed because, it changes everything when you get a good mix, right? It's there's a couple songs on like the rough off the board stuff where I'm like, they're pretty close. And I'm like, oh, these are the best songs on the record. But I think I'm just thinking that because they sound good, right? And like other songs are like, oh, this is, am I really putting this song out? And then you're like, oh no, it's just because it like sounds like crap right now.
Yeah. Has to get mixed properly.
You get into your own head real easy when you make music and make anything.
Because you pour so much love and effort and time and energy into creating.
Yep. Yeah,
and then you get this product and like it's wild.
Well, it's also like something. It's not just emotional. Like I'm not just like, like I also do like create stuff like other forms of media, and no one's ever gonna see it. It never sees the light of day. It's just for like me in my house. It's like
drawing.
Yeah, sure. Just little things, little paintings, little drawings, like whatever. Like I'm not good at it, and it's never going anywhere. But
you're enjoying it.
yeah, like
it's
even
creative.
like poems, things like that, right? Like they're not going anywhere. But
that's part of songwriting.
This stuff, you're presenting it to the world. You know, it's like you want people to hear it, and it's like can't suck.
And it's your like bread and butter. Like you're making money off it.
Well, sometimes.
That's the hope.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Do you have any live performances coming up?
Nope.
Next year?
No, I mean there's festivals in the work and stuff. Like that's all being kind of booked right now. But
okay.
And like I said, like we have like a bunch of fun little ideas planned for the releases, like single releases and things like that. There'll be likely a live performance, coalescing with each of those releases. Is that the word? Yep. Coalescing with each of those releases.
Corresponding?
Corresponding, that's it. I think coalesce also
coalescing works.
Comes together.
Yeah, I actually like coalescing better.
You ever hear that band? That's a sick band, Coalesce.
No.
It was a big band I liked growing up. You heard them before, I'm sure. They're like a cool like hardcore band, like kind of like metalcore. They're great.
Metalcore.
Is that what you call it? I'm just like not like. It's like when I think of like hardcore, I think of like Gorilla Biscuits.
Thrashing.
You know, I think more like traditional like hardcore. But
yeah.
So it's like I don't want to say hardcore when I'm talking. Anyways, I'm rambling now because it's getting late. But,
I got you.
Yeah. Anyways, cool band. I think actually that band was it Coalesce. There's a band that did like an entire like album of Led Zeppelin covers.
What?
It was either, I think it was.
You're making this up.
Let me see here.
No.
Let me see. Can you play music on this thing, like on your podcast, or you get you get in trouble? Like it's like how like
we haven't gotten in trouble yet. We just do
original music, yeah.
But yeah, mostly
Jacob writes all the music.
Original, yeah.
And our artists play some. Are you gonna play something for us?
Let's see if it.
12 string. Oh, right,
you want me to play it then?
Please. But it has to be your music, so we got the rights. What is happening right now?
I haven't heard this band in ages. I think what was the band that did? Maybe it was. Oh, I'm gonna look that up later about that covers album. Anyways, play a song. Oh, I'm so tired.
Please.
Well, do you have any guitars over there?
Yeah, I do. Which one?
Probably just a 6-string would be nice because I'm gonna tune it differently.
Okay. Oh, okay. Ooh, I'm excited.
And then the 12-string would take me forever to tune that differently. Do you have a capo tuner over there?
Yeah.
Capo would be nice.
Open D.
That's what I like. Let me see. I'll just do like
Coyotes.
I'll do this one. Let's just see if I can do it. Can I go?
Yeah, go whenever you're ready.
'Some time for a drive long distance. Turn the radio on for a listen. Nothing coming through seems to pique my ear. Pick signs for the longest driving down to the lake, the other side of town, where I go to spend my days. 'Cause I'm going fishing, a bit of paradise. Go tell all my friends I'm doing just fine. Don't need to catch a thing, just throw a line. 'Cause I'm doing fine, I'm doing alright. Back of the truck's filled with all my gear, can of worms, a cup of cold beer. Ain't no day like this in such a long while. Got my dog in the passenger side, a little like me and a little bit wild. Always comes along for a real good time. 'Cause I'm going fishing, a bit of paradise. Go tell all my friends I'm doing just fine. Don't need to catch a thing, just throw a line. 'Cause I'm doing fine, I'm doing alright. I need more time in a day more time, I'm getting away. Hey, glassy water, no more waves. Off the shore, throw it away. Hey, hey. 'Cause I'm going fishing, a little paradise. Go tell all my friends I'm doing just fine. Don't need to catch a thing, just throw a line. 'Cause I'm doing fine, I'm doing fine, I'm doing alright. Yeah, I'm going fishing, a bit of paradise. Tell my wife and kids I'm doing just fine. Don't need to catch a thing, just throw a line. 'Cause I'm doing fine, I'm doing fine, I'm doing alright. Yeah, I'm doing fine, I'm doing fine, I'm doing alright.
That was a lot.
Your Christmas
That
mix.
was, you know what? Thank you guys for having me. This is a real treat. You guys have a real cool space here.
Aw,
And,
thanks.
you know, big old hamster on the fridge there.
My daughter made that.
That's really cool. Got a basketball that doesn't fit in the net. This is,
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
That's our son.
that's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming.
Yeah,
and
this is great.
Yeah,
I
we
love
loved
this.
having
You
you.
guys are really cool. Thank you for chatting with me. And,
Yeah.
just you know, I see you got the ABCs of rock and roll. Never brought that up.
Oh, we're gonna
yeah.
show it to you.
Are
Yeah.
you gonna show it to me?
Yeah.
I know what this
Yeah.
is.
I know.
Oh,
I
of
was like,
course.
he'll for sure have seen it.
I almost didn't. I almost like never saw one of those in my life. Like,
Oh my god.
it's like it's
What
like
do you mean?
I remember like the label showing me that, and I was like, "What's this?" I was like, "I didn't even know this existed."
There you are in
Yeah.
cartoon form.
That's me. Yep. Playing the old guitar. Like, that's cool, man. It does look like me.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Don't forget to follow us on Spotify and you'll never miss a podcast.
Good night.
Daddies and mamas were saints. Well, preachers are preaching, you could take to the bank.
Maybe that would be fun.